Welcome back to Horoscope TV. Usually when people talk about looking up at the night sky, there's this common expectation of a quiet, peaceful distance.
Right, like it's just this nice static background.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like standing in a museum and looking at a very old painting. The stars are way up there, you're down here on the ground, and everything just feels very still.
And very calm.
Yeah.
Most of us go through our days without really, thinking about the massive planets moving around out there.
Right, we treat the sky like a ceiling that never changes. It's totally separate from your everyday life.
But then you actually step into the world of astrological charts, and suddenly, well, that quiet painting comes completely alive.
Oh, totally alive. It's not a painting at all. It's a giant moving machine.
It really is. And we're looking at a cosmic landscape for this upcoming week that is, honestly, anything but quiet.
No, it's loud. The gears are turning so fast. And the most intense parts of it are pointing directly at you.
There is absolutely nothing still about the astro data right now. The planets are interacting in ways that create real friction.
And real momentum, right?
Exactly. It is a week built for action.
Which is exactly why this episode is custom tailored just for you, our Libra listener.
We have so much to cover for Libra this week.
We really do. We're going to look very closely at the astrological charts and the astro data for the week of March 30 to April 5, 2026.
Our goal is to figure out exactly what the stars have planned for you.
Right. We're going to break down your love life, your work, your money, and your physical health.
And we are going to need every single minute we have to cover it all.
Because this is no ordinary week. I mean, the charts describe the days ahead as incredibly powerful.
Deeply life-changing, honestly.
Yeah. And why? Well, there's a magnificent full moon blooming right in your very own sign, for starters.
That's a huge event on its own.
It is. Plus, as we move through the week, there's a very specific, somewhat regent warning about April 5th.
A warning you absolutely need to hear before the week is over.
For sure. So, when we step back and analyze the charts for this entire week, what's the big picture?
One massive theme stands out for Libra. Every planet, every single movement, points back to this one central challenge.
Which is?
Balancing your own secret desires with the heavy demands of the people around you. That is the tightrope you are walking.
Wait, balancing what you want versus what everyone else wants?
Yeah.
That sounds like the most normal Tuesday ever for a Libra. I mean, you're the sign of the scales.
Right. It's what you do best.
You're always trying to find that perfect balance, making sure everyone in the room is happy while, still trying to figure out what you want for dinner.
Exactly. But why is this week any different?
Yeah, why is it different?
Because this week, the scales are breaking under the weight.
Oh, wow.
Normally, a Libra can handle the back and forth. You're naturally good at seeing both sides of an argument, keeping the peace.
But the astro data shows something shifting.
It does. It shows that the pressure from the outside world is getting too heavy. And the volume of your own secret desires is just getting too loud.
So you can't just smile and compromise your way out of it this time.
No, you really can't. And that brings us directly to the biggest event of the week.
Right, the bright spotlight of the full moon.
Happening on April 2.
Let's really look at this. On April 2, a magnificent full moon happens directly in the sign of Libra.
Which is your sign.
Yes. And the charts show that this event will bring your personal desires and your hidden emotional needs right into the bright spotlight.
It's a very revealing energy.
I picture it like this. Imagine you're standing on a dark stage in a massive, totally empty theater.
Okay, I can picture that.
You're just standing there in the shadows, keeping your thoughts to yourself, just comfortable in the dark.
Safe and quiet.
Exactly. Then, suddenly, someone throws a switch. A giant, blinding white theater spotlight turns on and points directly at you.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There are no shadows left. You can't hide your true feelings anymore, not from the audience, and definitely not from yourself.
That is a very, very accurate way to describe the feeling.
It's intense.
To understand why it feels like a spotlight,
Yeah.
we have to look at the actual mechanics of a full moon.
Right, let's break down the astronomy of it.
Astronomically, a full moon happens when the sun and the moon are on exact opposite sides of the Earth.
So they're facing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The sun is shining its light completely and fully onto the surface of the moon.
Okay, so in astrology, the sun represents our outer self, right? Like our ego, the bright light of day.
Yes. And the moon represents our hidden self.
Our emotions, our secrets.
Right. So when the sun shines directly on the moon from across the sky, It's literally dragging our deepest secrets into the broad daylight.
The light leaves no room for secrets.
None at all. And because this specific full moon is happening in Libra, it's highlighting everything related to Libra energy.
Which means relationships.
Yes, your relationships, your sense of fairness, and most importantly, your own identity within those relationships.
So when those secret needs are finally visible in that bright spotlight, what happens?
The astrological charts show a powerful, almost overwhelming urge to clean house.
Okay, wait. Why does seeing our feelings clearly make us want to throw things away?
That's a good question.
Because you'd think clarity would make us want to, like, fix things, not just toss them out?
You'd think so, but
Yeah.
it's because you suddenly realize how heavy the things you are carrying actually are.
Oh, I see.
The astro data points to a strong need to completely release old limiting beliefs.
Let's define that for a second. A limiting belief is a rule you made up in your head a long time ago to keep yourself safe.
Right, exactly. Something like, if I speak up, people will leave me.
Or like, I'm not smart enough to apply for that job.
Right. When the full moon lights up your mind, you see those rules for what they are.
Which is completely fake.
Completely fake.
And it's not just thoughts in your head, right? The notes here say this also applies to people.
It absolutely applies to people. The charts indicate a strong push to let go of toxic relationships.
That's huge for a Libra.
It is. If a friendship or a romantic partnership does not serve your highest spiritual growth, the full moon gives you the strength to drop it.
I want to talk to you directly, listening to this right now. If you've been feeling stuck,
Yeah, pay attention to this.
if you have a friend who only calls when they need something but is, never there for you.
Or a partner who constantly makes you feel small.
Exactly. You have probably been carrying that weight for months, maybe years, because you are a Libra and you do not want to cause a fight.
It's that peacekeeper nature.
Right. But April 2 is your cosmic permission slip to drop the heavy bags. You just don't have to carry them anymore.
Releasing those toxic ties is practically a requirement right now.
Why requirement?
Because when your hands are full of heavy, useless baggage, you can't reach out and grab the good things that are trying to come into your life.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
You have to make the empty space first.
That perfectly sets up our next major movement in the sky. Because right as you're clearing out the junk and making that empty space, something beautiful is moving in to fill it.
It's a really beautiful timing.
Let's look at March 30, just a few days before the full moon. Venus is moving into Taurus.
We always have to pay very close attention to Venus when we're looking at your chart, Libra.
Because Venus is your ruling planet.
Exactly. It's the boss of your chart. When Venus is happy, you feel good.
And when Venus moves, your whole life shifts direction.
That's right. So on March 30, your boss, Venus, steps into the sign of Taurus.
And specifically, the charts show it entering your 8th house.
The 8th house is a very interesting place.
Now, the astro data says this shift gently moves your focus toward building intense emotional intimacy, but also securing shared financial resources.
It's quite the mix.
I have to admit, those sound like two totally opposite things.
How so?
Well, emotional intimacy is like crying together on the couch and sharing your deepest fears. But shared financial resources are, well, arguing about the credit card bill and figuring out who is paying the electric company.
It is a very strange combination, but that is the exact nature of the 8th house.
Okay, bring that down for us.
To understand it, we need to analyze what the 8th house really represents in the astrological charts.
It's got a pretty intense history, right?
It does.
Just-
A long time ago, astrologers called this the house of death and rebirth.
Yikes.
I know, it sounds scary. But today, we understand it as the house of deep merging.
Merging, like coming together.
Yes. It is where you stop being just me and you become we.
Okay, let's think about it like two separate businesses that decide to merge into one giant company.
I like that analogy.
So the emotional intimacy part is the fun stuff, right? Picking a new company name, designing a new logo, celebrating the exciting future together.
That's the romance part.
But the shared financial resources part, that's when both companies have to sit down, open up their secret accounting books, and show each other all their hidden debts.
They're bad investments. They're actual cash flow.
Exactly.
That is a brilliant way to look at it. Because without opening the secret accounting books, the merger is a lie.
The trust isn't real.
Exactly. The trust isn't real. The 8th house rules both deep transformation and the things we share with others.
So talking about boring money stuff is actually romantic.
In a way, yes. Sitting down to quietly review long-term investments or looking at heavy debts together with a trusted partner, it actually builds intense emotional closeness.
Because it forces you to be totally vulnerable.
Utterly vulnerable.
I mean, showing someone your bank account, especially if it's not perfect, is sometimes scarier than taking your clothes off.
It really is. It requires absolute trust.
It does. And because Venus, the planet of love and comfort, is moving into this difficult house, it softens the whole process.
It acts like a buffer.
Having a serious talk about money won't feel like a fight right now. It'll feel like you're teaming up to build a really strong foundation for your future.
Venus wants to make things smooth and beautiful, even when the topic is joint bank accounts.
And there's a really exciting twist here, too.
Oh, the financial surprises.
Yes, because Venus is bringing her natural luck and beauty into your financial house, the charts show that a surprise might be waiting for you.
A very nice surprise.
The astro data points out that you might unexpectedly get a sudden, wonderful financial gift around this time.
Or maybe you finally get that helpful loan approval you've been waiting for.
Or a highly lucrative settlement finally comes through.
The 8th house is famous for bringing money from outside sources.
So it's not just a paycheck.
Right. It is not the money you earn from clocking in and out of your daily job. It is money that flows to you through other people.
Like a gift, an inheritance, a loan, maybe a tax refund.
Exactly. Venus moving here acts like a giant magnet for those kinds of resources.
So if you've been terrified to talk to your partner about money, or if you need to call the bank to ask for better terms, use this energy.
Venus has your back.
Sit down, have the loving but serious talk, and get your foundation solid.
Because when the money is sorted out, the romance gets a lot better.
It really does. Which brings us to the core of your week. Let's talk about love, romance, and bubbling passions.
This is a huge area for Libra this week. The energy is thick.
It's palpable.
We really have to look back at that April 2 full moon again to understand it.
The bright spotlight.
Yes. That full moon highlights your deepest need for absolute balance and perfect harmony in all your partnerships.
So if things are uneven,
You will feel it in your bones.
okay, let's split this up. Let's talk to the Libras who are already in a committed relationship first. What's the game plan for them?
For committed Libras, the astro data shows this is a highly magical time to openly express your true, authentic feelings.
Okay.
You're strongly encouraged to lovingly ask for exactly what you need, without any fear or hesitation.
Oh man, I can hear every Libra listening groaning right now.
They hate asking for things.
Asking for what they need is the hardest thing in the world for a Libra. They would way rather just guess what their partner wants, do that, and hope their partner eventually guesses what they want in return.
I know, it goes entirely against your natural instinct to keep the peace by staying quiet.
But they have to do it.
They do. Because remember, the full moon is giving you the strength to drop limiting beliefs.
Right.
The belief that asking for things causes fights is a limiting belief.
Oh, that's such a good point.
The charts show that if you speak up clearly and kindly right now, your partner will actually appreciate it. They want to know how to love you better.
Okay, so that's for the couples, but what about the single Libras? Because I was reading ahead in the charts, and April 3 looks absolutely wild.
April 3 is a very, very intense day. The charts show Venus fiercely squaring Pluto.
A square. Okay, that means two planets are making a 90-degree angle to each other in the sky.
Correct.
And from what I understand, a square is always friction. It's like two cars arriving at an intersection at the exact same time, and neither one wants to hit the brakes.
That is a perfect description.
Yeah.
It creates massive tension.
And the planets involved here make it even more dramatic, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We know Venus is the planet of love, romance, and attraction.
And Pluto is, well, intense.
Pluto is the planet of the deep, hidden underworld. It rules things that are buried, secrets, power, and overwhelming transformation.
So when the planet of pretty romance crashes into the planet of the dark underworld, what happens to our single Libra listener?
The astro data shows that hidden passions and secret desires will bubble rapidly to the surface.
Wow.
It causes a profoundly intense and deeply magnetic attraction. You might meet someone or suddenly look at someone you already know and feel a pull that makes no logical sense.
It sounds like a scene from a movie where the really quiet, well-behaved character suddenly throws caution to the wind and runs away with a motorcycle rider.
It really does.
It's that sudden, unexplainable urge to do something a little dangerous because the attraction is just too strong.
Yes, that Pluto energy is intoxicating.
But hold on, I need to push back on this. Libras naturally mold themselves to fit the people they are with. If they get hit with a magnetic attraction this powerful, aren't they in serious danger of completely losing their own identity?
You've hit on the exact danger of a Venus-Pluto square.
It's a trap.
It is incredibly easy to become consumed by the other person. The Astro data comes with a massive warning for single Libras on April 3.
What's the warning?
You must remember to maintain your strong personal boundaries. Do not ever compromise your core values just to please another person, no matter how magnetic the attraction feels.
That is so important. If you meet someone who gives you butterflies, but they ask you to skip work, or they want you to stop talking to your best friend.
Or they just push you to do something that feels wrong in your gut.
Exactly. You have to hold the line. Knowing your worth is your shield against the dark side of Pluto.
Enjoy the passion, but keep your feet flat on the ground.
Right. A powerful attraction should add to your life, not subtract from who you are. And, that superpower of knowing your worth and asking for what you need isn't just for dating. It's going to be your absolute secret weapon in your career this week, too.
The work sector is very active.
Let's shift over to your professional life. We're looking at smooth talking at work and dodging office drama.
The overall energy strongly encourages you to seek out mutually beneficial collaborations.
So teaming up.
Yes, it is the perfect time to gently negotiate much better terms for your hard work.
And there's a specific day that looks like pure magic for your career. We're back to April 3.
A very busy day in the sky.
While the single Libras are dealing with motorcycle riders and magnetic romance, another big event is happening in the sky. Mercury forms a brilliant, highly supportive trine with Jupiter.
Let's explain what a trine means in the charts.
Good idea.
Unlike a square, which is two cars crashing at an intersection, a trine is a 120-degree angle.
So it's smooth.
It's the easiest, smoothest flow of energy possible. It's like two planets holding hands and skipping down the street together. They help each other.
And the two planets holding hands are Mercury and Jupiter.
Right.
Mercury is the planet of your mind, your words, and how you communicate. And Jupiter is the giant planet of luck, growth, and making everything it touches much, much bigger.
So when Mercury and Jupiter work together perfectly on April 3, your words carry massive weight and extreme good luck.
The astro data shows this gives you the exact perfect words to successfully pitch a highly creative project to your boss.
It's literally like having a golden ticket for your vocal cords.
If there was ever a day to walk into the office, ask for a meeting, and gracefully ask for a well-deserved raise, it's April 3.
Absolutely.
Your natural Libra diplomatic skills are already good, but with Mercury and Jupiter helping you, you're unmatched. You could probably talk a cat into taking a bath on April 3.
You really could.
Yeah.
It also makes it incredibly easy to resolve complex workplace conflicts with elegant ease.
Oh, that's handy.
If two departments are fighting, you can step in, say a few sentences, and suddenly everyone is shaking hands. Your voice is a tool of massive harmony right now.
Okay, so mark April 3 on your calendar for big meetings. But before you get to the golden ticket, the charts show a pretty annoying bump in the road.
We do need to back up and look at March 31st.
Yes, the energy on March 31 is quite messy.
Very messy. The charts show confusing, cloudy energies taking over your professional sector for a short time.
So communication breaks down.
Yes. This is highly likely to cause a sudden, frustrating misunderstanding with a difficult coworker.
Ugh, we all know that coworker.
We do.
The one who reads an email that says thanks for sending and somehow thinks it's a massive insult.
Right. On March 31st, the wires are completely crossed. People are hearing things that were never said.
Because the energy is confusing, any tiny spark can turn into a big argument if you aren't careful.
Exactly.
So my advice to you listening is simple. Stay completely calm and deeply professional in all your daily interactions on March 31st.
Keep it very brief.
Do not try to be funny in an email.
Yeah.
Do not offer unsolicited advice. If that difficult coworker tries to pick a fight with you over something silly, just do not take the bait.
Take a deep breath, give a polite, boring answer, and walk away.
Save your brilliant ideas and your big speeches for April 3.
Conserving your energy on March 31 is the smartest professional move you can make. Let the confusion burn itself out.
And honestly, conserving your energy is a huge theme for everything we've talked about.
It really is.
Think about it. You're dealing with the bright spotlight of the full moon, bringing up deep secrets.
You're restructuring your shared money.
You're dodging Pluto's magnetic romance drama, and you're playing peacemaker at work.
That takes a massive, massive amount of physical and mental energy.
Which brings us to a very important focus, recharging the Libra battery. Let's talk about your health and wellness.
The astro data is flashing a very bright warning light about your physical well-being this week.
Like a red alert.
Almost, yeah. The intense energy of the full moon alone is enough to leave you feeling completely exhausted and deeply drained.
I picture it like a smartphone. You know when you have way too many apps running in the background?
Oh, definitely.
You have your email open, a video playing, a game paused, a map tracking your location, and 3 different social media feeds refreshing.
And the phone gets really hot to the touch.
Yes, everything starts moving in slow motion and the battery icon turns bright red. That is you this week, Libra. Your brain is running too many heavy apps at the same time.
That's exactly what's happening.
So what do the charts suggest we do to plug back in and cool the system down?
The charts dictate that it is absolutely vital to strictly prioritize self-care. But not just any self-care.
What kind?
Your physical health and your deep emotional wellness require a highly gentle and perfectly balanced approach.
So going to a loud, sweaty nightclub with your friends to blow off steam is probably a terrible idea.
It's the worst idea.
Yeah, I figured.
The astro data specifically notes that you need plenty of quiet time to rest, and you must completely recharge away from demanding crowds.
But wait, Libras are ruled by air. They're highly social creatures.
Yeah.
They get their energy by bouncing ideas off other people and chatting. Doesn't telling a Libra to isolate themselves go against their very nature?
Normally, yes. But right now, interacting with people requires you to read their emotions, balance the conversation, and adjust your own energy to make them comfortable.
Oh, right. It's work for them.
It's mental heavy lifting. The physical wiring in your body, your nervous system, is currently overloaded from the full moon. Engaging with crowds will just drain your battery faster.
Okay, that makes total sense. You can't be the mirror for everyone else when your own glass is cracking.
Exactly.
So the charts give some specific actions to help soothe your highly sensitive nervous system.
First, engaging in highly calming activities.
Like what?
Do some restorative yoga where you just lay on the floor and breathe. Take a long, warm bubble bath. Or simply sit in a quiet room and read a good book.
Activities that require zero performance are key.
Yes, zero performance.
You don't have to smile for a book. You don't have to make polite conversation with a bathtub.
It allows the physical wiring in your body to switch from fight or flight mode back to rest and digest mode.
And what you put into your body is just as important. The charts say you need to drink plenty of fresh water and eat highly nutritious, balanced meals.
This is crucial right now.
Because when your energy is frantic, it's so easy to just grab a candy bar and a giant coffee to push through the afternoon.
But sugar and caffeine are just fake battery percentage.
They'll make you crash so much harder. Keep your physical energy perfectly steady and strong with real food.
A balanced plate creates a balanced mind. It's a simple rule, but for a Libra this week, it is survival.
Now that we've covered how to take care of your body, your money, your job, and your heart, let's look at the specific cosmic cheat sheet the charts have given us.
These are the little tools to help guide you through the week.
Like small anchors throughout your day. Let's start with color. The color of the week for you is pink.
A very Libra color.
And if you're an artist or you just love exact shades, the specific color code the energy aligns with is hashtag FFC0CB. It's a beautiful, soft, classic pink.
Pink is deeply associated with Venus. It's a mixture of red, which represents passion and action, and white, which represents peace and purity.
It's the ultimate color of balance.
Wearing it or having it near you will help ground your energy.
Next, we have your lucky numbers. The numbers the charts highlight for you are 6, 13, 25, 37, 49, and 54.
Keep an eye out for those numbers in your daily life.
And we already know the best dates of the week. April 2, which is that massive full moon, and April 5.
But hold on, April 5 is also our big warning day.
We will dig into that in just a second. First, we need to talk about the people around you. Based on the charts, who is your best match and your worst match for this specific week?
Looking at how different energies interact is fascinating right now.
Your absolute best match this week is Aries. Now, to anyone who knows astrology, that might sound crazy.
Because Aries is the exact opposite sign of Libra on the zodiac wheel.
Right. You're on one side, they're on the other. But the charts say that's exactly why it works right now.
Let's analyze why.
As a Libra, you can be overly hesitant. You're highly analytical. You want to weigh every single possible option.
If I do A, this person might be mad. If I do B, it costs too much.
Exactly. You get paralyzed by choices. But Aries has a highly bold and fiercely decisive energy.
When we analyze how Aries balances you this week, it's actually a perfect fit. While you're busy carefully weighing every single option and freezing up, an Aries will gently but firmly encourage you to trust your first instinct.
They push you to take brave, immediate action without fear.
They do.
I always imagine a Libra standing on the sidewalk outside a restaurant, staring at the menu in the window for 15 minutes, agonizing over whether they want a burger or a salad.
Oh, definitely.
And an Aries friend just walks up, grabs their arm, and says, "We're eating pizza across the street, let's go." And the Libra is secretly so relieved that someone else just made the decision.
That is exactly the dynamic. The burning, passionate enthusiasm of an Aries is contagious. They inspire you to boldly chase your wildest dreams instead of just thinking about them.
And the beauty of an Aries is that they offer strong, unwavering leadership and spontaneous adventures to break you out of your boring routine, but they still understand your need for fairness.
They act quickly, but they aren't trying to be cruel.
So find an Aries friend this week and let them take the steering wheel for a few days.
But on the other hand, the charts clearly show an energy you need to avoid completely.
Right. If Aries is the hero, who is the villain this week, the charts say your worst match right now is Capricorn.
Yes, Capricorn.
Why is Capricorn such a bad mix for Libra this week?
It comes down to a harsh angle in the astro data between your natural energy and Capricorn's natural energy. Capricorn has an extremely rigid and highly serious approach to daily life.
And this week, that's going to feel incredibly restrictive and deeply suffocating to your nature.
Libras want flow. They want art, beauty, and people getting along.
Exactly. You desire perfect harmony and a highly social atmosphere.
But Capricorn is focused entirely on strict rules, cold ambition, and achieving professional goals at any cost.
They don't care if the room feels tense as long as the work gets done.
No, they don't.
So if you're trying to make sure everyone feels heard and the project looks beautiful, and a Capricorn storms into the room, slams a spreadsheet on the table, and starts yelling about deadlines, it is going to crush your spirit.
It will completely drain your energy.
Get my advice. Maintain a very safe and strictly professional distance from Capricorns this week. Keep emails short. Say, "Thank you, I will look at this," and walk away. Protect your inner peace.
And protecting your peace from heavy demands brings us to the final and perhaps most important piece of the astro data for the week.
Yes, the April 5th warning. We've mentioned this a few times, and it's time to lay it all out. What is happening on April 5 that requires so much caution?
April 5 is a major day of cosmic tension because the sun sharply squares Jupiter.
We talked about a square earlier, that 90-degree angle of friction, two cars crashing.
Right.
And this time, it's the sun crashing into Jupiter. The sun is our core self, our ego, and Jupiter is the planet of making things giant.
So when the sun and Jupiter fight, it creates a massive inflation of the ego. It makes people arrogant, overly confident, and demanding.
The tension is extremely high.
It is. And the charts show this acts as a double threat for you.
Let's break down the double threat. What's the first one?
The first threat is in your love life or your close partnerships.
Yeah.
Because the energy makes people demanding, you might feel sudden, overwhelming pressure from a partner to make a very hasty and poorly thought out decision.
This sounds exactly like what we just talked about with Capricorn. Someone with that heavy, critical nature demanding an answer right this second.
It's that exact same heavy pressure.
And if someone yells at a Libra to hurry up and choose, the Libra doesn't fight back. They just completely withdraw. Their sensitive feelings get hurt and they shut down.
That is the danger in relationships. The second threat relates to your finances.
How so?
Jupiter rules optimism. When it squares the sun, your usual excellent judgment might be temporarily clouded by extreme and unrealistic optimism.
So you feel untouchable. You feel like you have $1 million even if you don't.
Exactly.
It's like walking into a car dealership wearing thick, bright pink glasses, totally in love with a car you cannot afford, while the salesperson is yelling in your ear that another buyer is looking at it and you have to sign the papers right now.
High pressure from the outside, blind optimism on the inside.
That's a recipe for a disaster. What do the charts say we should do?
The astro data provides one simple rule for April 5. You must absolutely avoid making any very large or highly impulsive purchases today.
Just don't buy anything big.
And you also must avoid agreeing to any massive relationship demands.
I am looking right at you, listener. If it's April 5 and someone looks you in the eye and says, "I need an answer right now," or if you suddenly feel a wild, burning urge to book a $10,000 vacation because you feel lucky, hit the pause button.
Step back. Take a deep breath.
Tell them, "I need to sleep on it." The cosmic tension of a square moves on quickly.
If you wait just one day, The pink glasses will fall off, the pressure will drop, and you will see everything clearly on April 6th.
Give yourself the gift of waiting 24 hours.
Waiting is the ultimate power move when the sun squares Jupiter. It protects everything you have worked so hard to build this week.
Wow, what a massive, action-packed week.
It's a lot to navigate.
Let's briefly recap this huge journey we just mapped out so you can keep it fresh in your mind.
Sounds good.
First, you're stepping bravely into the bright spotlight of the April 2 full moon, dropping those old, heavy limiting beliefs and toxic friendships.
Then you're leaning into deep vulnerability, looking at the secret accounting books, and getting your shared financial foundation solid when Venus moves into Taurus.
But remember, single Libras, keep your boundaries strong like steel when that sudden magnetic passion hits you on April 3.
And use that golden ticket for your voice on April 3 to pitch your best ideas at work.
While totally ignoring the cloudy office drama on March 31st.
Do not forget to rest. Take time to recharge your drained physical battery with quiet time away from crowds.
Team up with an energetic Aries for a fun adventure, run far away from the strict Capricorns, and hit the pause button on all big decisions on April 5.
That covers all the practical steps the charts offer.
But as we finish looking at the astro data, I know there is a deeper question that this week's movements raise. Something to leave you thinking.
There is. We talked a lot about the full moon giving you the power to completely release old, limiting beliefs and toxic ties.
Dropping those heavy bags takes real bravery.
It does. But here is the final thought to mull over as you navigate the days ahead. If releasing those old, heavy things creates a completely empty, quiet space in your life, what entirely new, beautiful thing will you choose to fill that space with next week?
I absolutely love that. You turn off the harsh spotlight, you sweep the stage completely clean, and now you get to write the script for the next act.
What an incredibly powerful place to be in.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today, and thank you for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV.
We love reading the stars and figuring out these cosmic puzzles with you.
If you want to make sure you are always prepared for what the planets have planned, we highly suggest you subscribe so you can get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. Until then, keep looking up and have a wonderful week.